There we go. Perfect. Do you use like breadcrumbs or panko? I use panko most of the time, Chad, but sometimes if I've got some like old bit of bread left over or anything like that, I'll blend them up and use those kind of breadcrumbs. So, you know, I guess whatever's... Depends on what we're making, I guess. Breadcrumbs definitely for coating. Panko crumbs, sorry. For like doing like stuff like, I don't know. What's it called? You know, coating things like, I don't know. Depends on what we're doing, I guess. Scotch eggs, or if you're doing some... what's it called? Can't think of the dishes now. But yeah, I use the breadcrumbs more for... panko crumbs, sorry. For coating, the breadcrumbs more for like kind of mixing into things like burgers or anything like that, really. Do you prefer to use like food processor or meat grinder? I would love a meat grinder, but I don't have one. I've got a what's it called? I have got a KitchenAid, but I haven't got the grinder for it, so but that would be nice. But yeah, I like to prefer to use not to use complicated equipment on my streams. Reason for it, to encourage more and more people to start or wanting to learn to cook or get themselves involved with it. But yeah, it's a handy piece of tool to have in the kitchen for sure. What toppings are we planning to add to the Burger Chef? So, I'm going to be adding some lemon zest. I'm also going to be adding some lime zest as well. We're also going to add a little touch of dill that I've chopped up. A little bit of mustard, egg. I've also chopped up... Where's my towel gone now? What did I do? Oh, it's over there. Musical towels today. As well as musical streams. But yeah, I think that's all the flavors we're going in there today. Very simple, very straightforward, nice clean burger. Nothing over the top. I thought panko was like for seafood, but breadcrumbs for everything else. No, panko crumbs are more like, they're like kind of diamond shard breadcrumbs. So they give a nicer, crunchier, and cleaner finish when you're coating things. Breadcrumbs, normal standard breadcrumbs, they don't look great. I mean, they look pretty... They look like they come from a freezer box, basically, when you fry whatever you're frying or cooking off. Panko crumbs are a lot better quality, or finer quality. But they're basically Japanese breadcrumbs, pretty much. But yeah, I love panko crumbs. They're one of my favorites. But I wouldn't waste panko crumbs trying to put them into, like, say, for example, if I wanted to put breadcrumbs into this, I feel like panko crumbs would be an absolute waste because you'd never see it. And you never really kind of get the texture of it anyway from mixing them into burgers. So just normal breadcrumbs will do for that. Calamari? Yeah, calamari would be perfect for it as well. You want... oh, dang, now I want fried clams and calamari. Right, so there's the chopped up one as well. So I'm going to mix that through. And put this over here for the sink so we can wash this later on. I'm going to get my lemons out and my lime. I think I've got like 1 or 2 limes in there. We've got our dill that we chopped up here earlier on. Pop that in there. A couple of sprigs, so about a tablespoon. Got quite a bit of salmon there, so that's fine. So zest. So let's grab ourselves a lemon and a lime. Oh, beautiful. This is good. Now I'm going to avoid using the juice. Reason for it, because it'll start curing. The acidity will start actually working its way through the what's it called? Through the fish. So it'll actually start curing it. So I'm going to avoid using the juice. If you want to add the juice, I would say do it last second or last minute. Then cook the burger straight off the bat. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to add the juice to it, but if you want to, you can. That's an option. We'll cut up an onion. Alright, in the salmon burgers? Yeah, definitely. We're not putting onions in there today, but yeah, you can do if you wanted to. Maybe cook them down if you wanted, just a little bit with some garlic, just to take that harshness away, because onion is quite strong in flavor. Raw onion, at least. So yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. So I'm just going to zest this. I'm going to go too crazy with the zest as well. And bearing in mind, when you come to zest things, what you need to bear in mind, don't use the white pith. You shouldn't be running over the same area you've already scraped across. You run over the same area you scraped across. That's the bitter part. You just want the zest, so it's just literally one turn and then move on to somewhere else. So you don't want that kind of that white pith in there. So I've used most of it. I'm not going to use all of it because then we'll have quite a strong flavour. What does the blue light help with above the counter? Well, as you usually have that in most standard kitchens, it's a fly zapper. Because we're out in the countryside, we do get flies here and there, so that helps kill the flies. Right, we're good. So let's pop this in here. Perfect. We're also going to have a little bit of mustard as well, so we'll pop these back in the fridge. Thought so. Yeah, I had to get a fly zapper because we're in the countryside, so expect flies, expect mosquitoes, especially in this warmer weather. So, yeah, I got it the other day. It's really, really, really good. Orange Wars. Revenge of the Pith. Darkfire Zaranda. And also, Chad, thank you for the host as well. Dark, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a fabulous, fabulous Monday. And thank you so much for the follow. And thank you for joining us. Right. So, we got that beautiful salmon in there. We've got the dill, the lemon zest, the lime zest, chopped up, and the blended salmon. I want a little bit of pepper. I want some mustard in there as well. And if you want to divulge into any other flavors, go for it. Please feel free to do so. I actually do want a very small, finely diced spring onions in there as well. Very small amount there. We don't go too crazy with it. And we're going to mix it. So, pepper in there. Salt as well. Not going to go too crazy on the salt, as I said. Same with the vinegar and the acidity. It will start curing, so don't go too crazy. But yeah, it does need to be seasoned. So a little bit of salt in there. No big deal. I love it. I love it. The puns. Right, Dijon mustard or yellow mustard, whichever you want to prefer. I got yellow, so we're going to use that today. So it's about roughly a dessert spoon, tablespoon. You should be fine. Oh, those salmon crisps are looking great, guys. Absolutely fantastic. So they're crisping up nicely. So what we're going to do, give this a mix up. And what we're going to do, we're going to add 1 egg and have a look if we need to add breadcrumbs. I feel like we don't if we mix it well enough. So, but we'll have a look and we'll decide if we need it or not. So especially for like the gluten-free will be great. I usually make beef burgers without breadcrumbs majority of the time because number one, they just really don't need it. Unless you've got like quite a wet mix, you've added a lot of like wet flavors to your burger mix, then yeah, you're probably going to need some breadcrumbs or something just to slightly soak it up a little bit. What is salmon crisps? I missed that part of the stream. So we cut the salmon skin off. We put them on a tray. We salted them. We put them in the oven. We're making some salmon crisps out of the skin. So, as you saw me filleting the skin and putting them on the oven tray. If you missed it, no problem at all. That's what we're going to be using. So you can actually use that in the burger if you really wanted to. Anti-Martian, thank you so much for the follow. And also, Ferry Lee, thank you so much for the cheeky raid. How you doing, my friend? Hey, how's it going? What have you been up to, Ferry? How was your stream? What have you been up to? Can we get a shout out as well for Ferry Lee, if possible? That'd be great. Thank you, Cal. Hi, what are we up to? What were you cooking today, Ferry? What delights were you cooking? My grandmother used to make like salmon patties every Monday. Oh, that's awesome. What did she have in her salmon patties, Chad? Or was that a family secret? I was rerunning the red velvet cake. Oh, awesome. Did you have fun? Did you have fun with the community? It sounds like great fun. Right, let's give this a mix. So, as I said, if it's a little wet, that's fine. We can sort that out. Just keep mixing it. It's the same with the beef. It starts off wet, and once you've mixed it all up, it should all bind together, which I'm hoping this will happen to the same amount, but we'll see. So just keep mixing it. It feels like it is actually binding together really nicely, so I don't think we're going to need breadcrumbs for this, guys. Definitely not. I feel like it it's touch and go. It's a little bit on the wet side, but it's not exactly a problem. I don't really want to add breadcrumbs to it, but you could do if you want to. We'll see. It's a little on the wet side. It's not like terrible. I might add a touch of breadcrumbs to these. I don't want these to be like really doughy or anything like that. Just a touch though. That's all we need. Everyone in the chat. Oh, I know. We've had fun in games today. I'm on my new desktop today. I got no sound though. So if anyone does anything, I might not know about it for a while until somebody says about it or see it in chat. But yeah. We're on 60 FPS now as well, so the stream quality is a lot higher. Everything but the kitchen sink. There you go. Good. Hope you are well, Ferry. I hope you had a lovely stream, my friend. It's good to have you, and thank you so much for the support. That is very, very kind of you. Right, where are we at now? Is all my cameras still working? Oh, they are. Magic. So, I do have a little bit of breadcrumbs. I'm not going to go too crazy. This says panko, but they're not actually panko crumbs. Not very good panko crumbs, shall we say. We'll go for like 2 tablespoons there. 1.5. We're not going to go too crazy with this. Just to help it bind a little bit more further. But we don't want it to be dry. Nothing worse than a dry burger, right? So just, if it's a little moist, that's fine. As long as it's holding on its own, which it is, that's beautiful. That's what we want. So, that's looking good. So what we're going to do, I'm going to bind these. We're going to pop them onto a plate. I'm going to get some parchment paper. And then we're going to let them kind of firm up in the fridge very nicely as well. So let me grab myself some parchment paper, a little plate. And we should be good. Chef. Oh, that you for inspiring me. Is that thank you? Oh, thank you. There we go. No, you're most welcome, my friend. What did they inspire you on? Just cooking in general, or a certain dish, or it's always a pleasure to have you here, Ferry, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the kind words. What do you usually make for the Super Bowl? I have no idea because this is my first year here. I don't think I have been here for the Super Bowl, have I? I can't remember. I can't even remember what we made. So being over here in the US. But I haven't been here quite a whole year yet, so I'm not too sure, my friend. Maybe chicken wings or something. That's usually a popular one at Super Bowl, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm making this year, whenever it is. So let's have a look. Oh yeah, I wanted a plate, didn't I? Not a tray. So let's get that out. Dee-ba-dee-ba-doobs. Right. Perfect. Oh, with the cooking. I appreciate it, Ferry. Thank you so much for the kind comments. Oh, it's in February. Also, like next year. What did I do for Super Bowl this year? Can't even remember what I did. You'll have to scroll back. We've done so many things. Did we do chicken wings and ribs and barbecue stuff? I feel like we might have done. I feel like that was probably what it was. So, honestly, I can't remember. Ah, parchment paper. Here it is. Honestly. Buffalo dip, chicken wings, some beer. Sounds good. I usually make buffalo meat and the balls as well. Okay, sounds very nice. Maybe I'll do something a little different next year. We will see. We will see. Alright, let's pop that out of the way. With a blue cheese dip. Can't go wrong, can you? Can't go wrong. Right, so let's put that away. What we're going to do is mold these. I'm not going to go too crazy with the size. Well, we got plenty. If we want a good sized burger, I feel like we need to be a good sized burger. So, have a look. So what I'm going to do is just pretty much pat it out to the size we want. We're looking for around about 8 to 10 ounce here. I'd say more towards 10 ounce probably. So there you go. There's those beautiful burgers. Nice thick burger. Yeah, this is no messing about. When do I ever do measly tiny burgers? When? Never. You know me, guys.
Chef can't hear this. Maybe
burgers.
He won't notice.
You're going to get some kind of
Kappa
shrinkage
CJR
as well.
Muppet.
What? Cow! Can't... Chef can't hear this. Maybe he won't notice. Of course I will notice. Cal, dude, thank you so much for the $10 tip. I appreciate it. Guys, can we get some love and hype in chat? Exclamation mark love or... sorry, exclamation mark hype, sorry. Cal, thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. That's so kind of you. Of course I noticed. Damn! Like, I'll keep an eye on it, because, like, the thing is, when stuff goes off of my screen, my eyes like, oh, what was that? What was, did somebody follow, or, you know. Thank you for the love and hype. Appreciate it, Cal. You're an awesome chap. Let's have a look, so yeah, we're pretty much going to get 3. You could probably easily get 4 to 6 out of this if you wanted the smaller patties. Of course. And we got a little tiny patty left here as well. This is the taster patty, right? Though, even though this will probably be a taster anyhow. Patties are too little for you? Goodness me, that's a hell of a patty that the size that you want. These are pretty big patties, I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, you can shape them however, to whatever size you guys prefer. You know, that's entirely up to you guys. So, there you go. Can I get a double? What, a double whopper? Double whopper salmon burger. You can have whatever you want. Right. I'm going to pop these in the fridge. I'm going to feel like I need to do a little bit of wish wash as well. So, we're going to do some quick wish wash as well. Very quickly. Easily could get those right now. I'll take a double whopper, sorry. Salmon burger as well. Goodness me. What, with extra salmon crisps? Goodness me. Very delicious. So, anyway. Those burgers are ready. Good to go. Ready for cooking. I've got a nice little non-stick pan to cook these in. If I had I do have a griddle pan, a griddle cast iron, but unfortunately I don't want to use it on these stovetops. So I was thinking about getting a little tiny coil stovetop so I can actually use that at some point. So I'm going to work on it. That would be nice to griddle these. Beautiful. But unfortunately, we're going to get a nice color on them anyway. We could call it Whooper, because that is what I will be saying if I get a double salmon burger. Oh, I love it. Love it. Right, okay, so let me clean these up. Get these in the fridge. These should be good to go. We also need to check on the dough. How is my dough looking? Oh, it's looking good. It's getting there. I mean, it's pretty much near enough doubled in size. We can knock it back. Put them back on up here. It's strange. It's strange. Burger King has tacos and Taco Bell has fries now. Yeah, I never eat at those kind of places. They're not my kind of cup of tea. But if I want tacos or a burger, make it myself. Definitely for sure. I mean, there's some places that, like, proper family-run businesses that do good quality burgers or good quality tacos or authentic tacos. Places I will eat at, but those kind of fast food chains I'm never interested in. Can't stand them. Right. So, they're good. Put these in the fridge. Doobie-doobie-doobs. Delicious. Put them up there. How's my crisps looking? Very nice. Let's have a little look. Quick look at crisps and see what we're doing. So, grab that there. Where's my cloth? Over here. Perfect. Yeah, I could do with a little longer. They're crisping up very nicely. I'm going to leave them in for another 10 minutes or so. Alright, so I get this, probably one of those commonly asked questions. Go for it, dude. But do you ever, like, just not want to cook and get something pre-made or order out? If so, like, kind of where? I guess there are times where you do feel like that. It depends if I'm short for time, but I usually organize myself well. Yeah, and it's usually like places maybe you probably haven't heard of, maybe like local restaurants or family-run businesses in my area. They're never usually chains. We never really go to like those big corporal chains that people are probably aware of or more aware of. They're probably like smaller, like family-run businesses or maybe very small chains sometimes. But yeah, we try to avoid it. And most of the time we usually cook with the family or around the house or around here. So yeah, we usually kind of avoid that most of the time. Yeah, I like mum and pops and food trucks. It's awful better than restaurants. Oh yeah, definitely. I think Chef might appreciate Culver's and like Five Guys burgers. Five Guys, yeah, I think they're okay. They're not bad. They're better than McDonald's. I mean, I'll eat anything but McDonald's, but yeah, I think they're very good. They're okay, but I still prefer making my own burgers. If you was forced to eat a burger out, yeah, you know, Jack in a Box. What's a Jack in a Box? Okay. Nothing to see here. Fly got ripped. Can we get an F in chat for the fly? He just got zapped. Bless him. They get hair stuck in their drains. Oh, seriously. Poor fly. He just flown in there. Didn't know what was coming. And then zap. He just got ripped. Poor Mr. Fly. Thanks, guys. Poor guy. Well, I do say keep out my kitchen, but he didn't read the sign, so he had a few issues with that, I think. Where is my cloth? Oh, it's over here. Perfect. Man, I must have a huge delay. Just heard the zap. Oh, really? Well, we haven't. Oh, we have had some drop frames. I'll have to report it back then. So I'm sure they'll have to fix it, but we should be okay. I mean, we've had very minor drop frames, but hopefully it should be okay. We will see. Way too big of a kitchen. You were really far away back there. Really? What's wrong with that? What are you on about? Am I not allowed to be back here by the washing? I was going to do a very quick wish wash, and then we're going to get on with the dill yogurt next. What else are we making today, guys? Maybe get some fries chopped up and ready as well. What else is going in that burger? That cheeky lettuce we can get washed, ready to go. Beautiful. So yeah, we could probably get the fries on next, more than anything. But that salmon's ready to go. Fantastic. Looking forward to this salmon burger. Hope you guys are too. And also, guys, please feel free to enter the Amazon gift card giveaway for ! giveaway. And we're giving away £10, $10 for 2 people. Or it can be euros or whatever kind of Amazon you're using. I can sort it out for you. It's not a problem. Not a problem. Please feel free to enter. That ends in August. Let's let that fill. Do a little bit of washing. Thank you, Cal. Speak up. You're so far away. Are you cappering me or are you being serious? Can you not hear me again? My mic is still here. It's still where it should be. Oh, are you trolling me, Zeeks? Are you trolling me, good sir? Right, let's give this a nice little wash. I mean, I could talk like this, and you could never hear me again. What? Sorry? Did you say something?